Okay, coming off our first Big 12 win, real proud of our guys, the way they handled themselves at Cincinnati, finding a way to win. So it was really good. Last night came in, we had a short practice. We wanted to get our corrections, get a little head start on Oklahoma State. You're talking about the number 15 team in the country, one of the hottest teams in the country, obviously. Had a huge win last week over their rival, Oklahoma. Coach Gundy's one of the best in the business. He's been that way for a long time. I think he's been a head coach at that particular school longer than I've been coaching college, so he's been successful for a long time. Offensively, they have the most productive running back in the country right now, just doing a super job. Their quarterback, he can really throw it. They've been a really good team as far as the penalties are concerned. They're a very disciplined team. They get turnovers, block kicks. They're one of the best teams in the country. So we're going to have to play, good football. Our guys are looking forward to playing them. We're looking forward to being a home space game, everything that goes with that. We're very excited as far as that goes. Questions?
Just looking back at the other night in Cincinnati, what did you like most from your team's performance, the way they were able to finish the game?
Yeah, we battled. We overcame some adversity. We had, a couple of tough calls late in the game. Our guys still found a way to overcome it. You look at those critical plays in the game that we've been coming up short on. Our defense, the 2-point conversion, we hold them. Special teams, they get the onside kick. Offense has to get a first down to put the game away. They did that, so it was really good that really all three phases came up big with the game on the line, and hopefully that'll give us some momentum, for this next week and the next two regular seasons after that.
Gus, I know we talked to you after the game, and it was very emotional getting that win and breaking that streak, but how much is that getting that weight off your guys' shoulders? Maybe letting guys play a little bit freer now that you've got that win. How do you think that will kind of help you guys out?
You hope it helps. There's no doubt about that. It's next game up mentality. Anytime you win, that makes you get that good feeling again. Like I said, the look in their eyes in the locker room, that was a real special deal to kind of get our mojo back a little bit. I know our guys will be very excited to play this game, and it's about getting better every practice. That was our message last week, and playing for the guy beside you. So we'll continue to have that approach.
You mentioned Oklahoma State's running back. Your defense gave up 2 100-yard games against Cincinnati. What progress would you say you saw week to week from your?
We got to continue to improve. I mean, that's the bottom line. We got to stop the run. This bunch runs the ball as good as any team, in our conference. We know that. We need to keep improving, and we need to get better every single week. And so that's really the message.
RJ Harvey had his 4th consecutive 100-yard rushing game. What have you seen from him as he's looked to improve and seems to really hit his stride?
He's just getting more and more confidence. A couple runs were wow runs. There's no doubt about it. Our offensive line did a great job of battling and really playing throughout the whistle, staying on their blocks, and just let him do his thing. He's a real patient runner. He's got really good lateral quickness, and he can really go side to side and turn on the jets too. So it was good to see him have another really good game.
I guess you talked about the offensive line a little bit after the game, but you guys had to rotate kind of centers. You've gone through 9 games already now. Does that kind of concern you a little bit? I mean, I know some of it's been injuries, but does it not have a center guy?
Yes, some of it's been injuries. There's no doubt about that. And I think, we played 3 centers. Obviously, when you're a quarterback, it's different snaps and everything that goes with it. Started out with Drake, and of course, we had the little hiccup right there when they jumped off sides. We didn't snap it, and then we snapped it, and we were very fortunate to, to make sure and get the ball and throw it away right there. But, the guys have been in there. We played probably about 8 guys, all season, and I think they've battled. They've tried to play physical, and have done a solid job.
One thing I know some fans had questions on, there was a penalty. It looked like you forced the stop, and they were going to punt, and there was a call about lining up over the center.
Yeah.
Can you explain what?
I was told that on the punt return, our guy was lined up over the center. I've been coaching a long time, never seen anything like that called. So we'll turn it in. We'll see what they say. I was caught off guard. I think everybody was. And then I think it was, 4th and 6 or 4th and 5.5, and they got the first down too. So it was kind of a double whammy right there. Hats off to our defense. We held them to a field goal, and so that was a big play in the game.
At different points during the season, you talked about turnovers, about penalties. This game, no turnovers, couple of penalties, no sacks given up. How do you maintain that consistency, especially this week against the quality?
Yeah, we're going to have to. I mean, you can't turn the football over against good teams. And, everybody in this league, I'd say, is a quality opponent. So we didn't turn the ball over. The sacks, JR did a really good job. Some of his best plays was throwing the ball away, going to 2nd 10. He got hit a couple times, threw the ball away. We got to continue to do that. We're getting cleaner with our penalties. That has to be a focus, and really we've done a solid job, I think, in that since the break of the midpoint off week. But can't turn the ball over. If we don't turn the ball over, then we've got good chances.
Talked a lot all year about the need to improve late in games. Obviously, the offense came up with a couple big drives to take the lead and extend the lead out to 8. Defense gave up the touchdown and made a big play on the 2-point conversion. What do you see in this team's growth?
Yeah, we're just going to keep battling, man. I mean, we're a true team. That's our message. One game, the offense may not play good. The defense needs to step up, vice versa. Special teams, that's when the offense and defense comes together. And just that team approach, and really that's been our message all last week. It'll continue to be our message. We knew, we talked about in fall camp, this is a real conference. There's going to be a lot of games that go down the end. And you look at the last 4 games, we've either had to onside kick or get onside. That's just the nature of this conference. And, it's a little new to everybody, but it didn't catch us off guard. And I'm proud of the fact that last game we found a way to win. We got to continue to build on that. We got to continue to do that.
Gus, it looked like Xavier Townsend dressed for the game,
Yeah.
but wasn't able to get out there. What's his status, and do you see him getting back sometime soon?
We're hoping we get him back this week. That would be a big shot in the arm. Jared Baker's done a great job. Magwood decided 3 weeks ago that he wants to redshirt, so he hadn't seen him out there, and it's been the Lone Ranger with Baker, and real proud of Jared. He's one of our best special teams guys. He plays on every special team. He's really done some great things, even without the ball, and he's made some good catches. So we're hoping we get X back. That would be a good shot in the arm. We'll see. He did practice somewhat last night, and so we'll see how he progresses throughout the week.
You just mentioned about Chauncey Magwood. He had played in 4 games, and so that was his decision to
Yeah.
maintain another
Yeah.
year. Have
Yeah.
you had any other players make that decision? Or?
What's that?
Have you had any other players other than Chauncey make that
Let's
declaration?
see. I don't offhand. I don't think so, but that was about 3 weeks ago after the off week, and so that's what he decided to do, and that's part of it.
Your defense recorded 5 sacks. What did you most like about the pass rush?
Yeah, well, we affected the quarterback, and anytime you affect the quarterback, good things happen, and we had some good plays. We got to continue to do that and be creative at times to get our top guys free, and it was good to have that many sacks. And then the 2 turnovers, that was huge too. When you get turnovers, that's a good thing.
Coach, when you played Oklahoma a couple weeks ago, you took them down the wire.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma
Yeah.
last week. Can you take anything from playing that well against Oklahoma into this week's matchup with Oklahoma
Well,
State?
here's what we know. The level. Oklahoma's very, very talented, really good. We went to their home field, played them down to the wire. Well, that was a rival. We're getting in that same mode as far as the talent level goes. We got to play good football. We got to play our best game. Our guys understand that. But every opponent we've had has been a quality opponent in this league. There's no other conferences I've been in. There's 1 or 2 that we can kind of catch our breath. There's no catching your breath in this conference. And this happens to be the number 15 team in the country, probably the hottest team in the country right now. You look at see where they've improved on and gotten better. They kind of know who they are now. You can tell early in the year they were trying to figure. Now they know they're going to give it to that big dude. He can run it downhill in 4th quarter. He imposes his will on people. We're going to have to do a good job game tackling. Their quarterback does a really good job defensively. They've got a new defense coordinator from a small school. The dude does a really, really good job. Sometimes that's the best coaches, that are small. You don't know much about them. They earn their way up. So anyway, I'm real impressed with that defense coordinator too.
Gus, I know you got 3 weeks, 3 games left to focus on, but the transfer portal opens up at the beginning of December. how much do you of your time is looking at the portal and,
Yeah.
and thinking about what needs you may have coming up in the next?
You know, I think it's about adjusting. I mean, we'll see. You know, the goal will be keep our top players here. That's the goal. Okay, we know who they are, we're identifying all that. Things happen quick. You know, once you get past that last game, things happen quick. Recruiting is going really good. We got to hold on to the guys and get a couple more add to that, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, you'll see what your needs are. You have to be prepared to make quick decisions. You know, last year was a learning experience. We have to learn from that. We should be better off of knowing, you know, how to operate under that short period of time and make quick, important decisions. We should be better than we were last year at it.
I know you're focused on this season, but it's the first time getting to talk to you since the Big 12 scheduling majors came out for the next couple of years. Thoughts on what you saw in your future schedules and how nice it will be to play some new teams?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. All I know is we got 5 home games next year. I couldn't even tell you who they are, and I'm focused on Oklahoma State. Now, once we get through that lab, I'll look at it, and it'll be pretty cool and all that. But as long as we got 5 home games, we got 5 road games. They're real road games, and then we had to go to Boise. That's 6 real road games. Not a lot of teams in college football have to do that, and air miles and all that. We should be getting some reimbursements or something. As many air miles we had, we ought to be getting something next year to have a free trip, because we've been traveling like crazy.
Speaking of these road trips, have you been impressed by the UCF traveling as well?
Oh yeah, man, our fan base has been there, and you know, that it was really special to see the fans that traveled last week, to get them a victory, see them up in the fans. They've been with us through the thick and thin, and been with us through the tough times so far, and they've been hanging in there. Really appreciate our fans traveling.
You guys said last week that you're treating the Cincinnati game as a bit of a rivalry game, putting a lot of emphasis on it, not just to break the losing streak. Oklahoma State's also coming off a rivalry game against Oklahoma. What's the difficulties of kind of coming off of a game where maybe putting a lot of that focus?
You know, I mean, for us, it's probably a little bit different. I mean, we had that tough deal, and we got a victory. Good. We figured out a way to get better and improve to get a victory. It's one victory. All right, now it's on to the next one, and we're playing at home, and it's a space game and everything that goes with it. We need to get a victory at home for our fans. Our fans have been really good and phenomenal. We just happen to be playing one of the hottest, if not the hottest teams in college football. But hey, our guys are excited about it. I mean, it's good, and we're looking forward to playing these guys.
Mike Gundy is one of the longest tenured coaches in this sport. Have you crossed paths with him? Do you know him very well?
Yeah, I mean, I know him. Like, we don't know each other great, but I'm from Arkansas, and he's right there 3 hours away, and we talked at certain times. I've always had respect for him. I mean, he's very unique. I like the guys that do it their way, and he does it his way, and he's really good at what he does. And no matter all the coordinators that come through there, it's still his team, his identity, and I've always been very impressed with that.
Earlier you mentioned needing to learn from the experience of the transfer portal. What do you need to do better in the portal this year?
Well, I mean, I think, you're making very, very important decisions in a really short window, when usually you have a year to 2 years to do your homework on the freshmen and everything goes with it. So, it's more like an NFL GM, and we need this. We lost this guy. We got to replace him. All right, who's the options out there? Okay, let's not just look at the film. Let's do our homework. Does he love football? Is he tough? I mean, I think that's a challenge for everybody. And last year is probably a learning experience for everybody. And hopefully we'll be better prepared. I'm not saying we weren't prepared, but anytime it's new, you're going to learn things, and so hopefully we'll be ready for that.
You have a space game coming up this weekend. You've been through a couple of those already.
Yeah.
Just what are your thoughts on that? You got some all blue uniforms. What do you think about those?
Yeah, it's been really neat. I was at a place that we've had the same uniform since way back when, so that was kind of new for me when I first got here. Getting where I kind of like it, and our players like it, and they like it, and we play good. I like it, so we're looking forward to watching them with their space uniforms on.
Along those lines, you back home, another home game. You guys have struggled with the last couple of home games you've been here. What do you guys need to do to kind of get over that hump and get some of that mojo back for the home crowd?
Yeah, we just need to play good, clean, hard-nosed football and give our crowd some good things to get excited about and to get in, to get excited and get that home field advantage. So it all works together.
Well, I guess if my math is correct, if you win this weekend, you'd be 100 wins, 100 career wins. Have you thought about that, what that means in your
No, I mean, the only thing I'm focused on is our players and doing everything in our power to help these guys be successful and to win. That all this coaching stuff, and when you get done, man, you can think about all that stuff, man. We're right in the middle of the grind, and we're going to fight and claw for our team, and so that's the only thing on my mind. All right.
Thanks, Coach.